Hey guys, how's it going? It is such a gorgeous morning out. The weather has been like perfect in the mornings. It heats up in the afternoon, which is perfect because then I can go inside and edit and then I can come back out in the evenings, which is totally fine by me. So we are going to be getting some of these Coleus planted. I have to show you something that happened. I think one of the wild cats might have knocked over this batch of them, and I was really upset about it. I have ignored them for a couple days now. I just haven't had the willpower to look at them and make sure that they were still alive. I came out here quickly, looked, they were all on the ground. They stayed on the ground for like 2 days, and now they're up on the ledge, and they don't look the best. So let me show you guys those. Let me show you guys these Coleus. They're one of my favorite Coleus to use in the garden. I'm gonna do a big drift with these ones, and then we're gonna take care of some pest problems that I'm having. So this is a Coleus called Wasabi. I took cuttings from it. Look at how it looks in the sunlight. Isn't that gorgeous? This is like dappled sun right here. This is one of my favorites. They get massive. They've got these like iridescent look to the leaves a little bit. It's really, really cool. And I love the like edging on this. I think it's really, really pretty. One of my favorites. I grow this almost every single year, and I usually take some cuttings in the winter time. So I have, what do I have? 4 plus 4 is 8, 9. I have 9 of them here. And they look a little bit sad just because they didn't get too much fertilizer. They have officially been hardened off. They were inside our grow room until the last like week and a half, and then they slowly got acclimated to the outside weather. I just love this Coleus. And then I took a couple. Wah, wah, wah. So these ones I was already trying to like let them be like more full. You can see these ones are all just one like single stem right here. Whereas these two, I was trying to like make them really branch out really hard, and it just kind of didn't work out for me too well. And then they didn't get any fertilizer, and they just got knocked over. And so, I mean, this one was branched out. This one did look a little bit better, but now it just looks pathetic and sad and dying. It does have all of these like growth points. So once I get it in the ground, all of these growth points right here should push out new branching. And same for here, that you can see there's a leaf right there, and there is a leaf coming right under there. So it should fully branch out everywhere that there's a growth point. And these will be full. These will just have very woody bases on them, which is fine. And then these two, I'm like super heartbroken about. These were supposed to be my topiary. I wanted them to be very tall. I wanted them to get up to at least this point, and then I was going to top them, and then I was going to make sure that they didn't grow anything down here. And I wanted it to be like a Coleus bush. The wasabi probably wasn't the best idea because wasabi gets quite large and it grows really fast. Look at that. Gotta pull that off. That's just pulling energy from it. But these were in a tray, and I think it got knocked over by a cat. And look at this. It's still trying to like keep it alive. It's not working. So this one, she didn't make it. She still has the one leaf on it, and you can see she has growth points right here. So she should be okay. She should come alive. I'm gonna try to put this one and this one in a container and just make it so that they actually live. I'm gonna be really hopeful. This does not look very good at all. Not promising. But we'll get these potted up. We'll get them with good, healthy soil, very rich, and then they will be getting plenty enough light out here, and they will actually start to get proper amount of water and fertilizer. So we'll see, but let's go get these planted, and then we're going to talk about what I'm going to be using today also. I'm dealing with some powdery mildew right now, and I'm also dealing with aphids right now. I usually use the insecticidal soap, and it takes care of scale, aphids, thrips, mites, whiteflies, and then I also use the Neem Max. I try to buy everything in concentrate. I haven't been able to find that in concentrate. Pick these up from like Home Depot. I love this stuff. This takes care of like basically everything. This is aphids, powdery mildew, mites, borers, all the things. We go through a ton of this. I have like a battery operated sprayer that I use, and I just constantly fill that up with that. And then this I've had like somewhat good luck with. I didn't use it like appropriately. I didn't use it like it recommends that you use it over and over again, and I didn't do that. I used it like twice, but I'm gonna try to stay up on top of it this year because right above where the espalier is, I'm dealing with really bad powdery mildew. So let me just show you where I'm actually dealing with the pest problem and the powdery mildew, because I'm gonna show you the powdery mildew first because I'm right by the powdery mildew, and then we'll show you the pest, and then we'll go get these planted. so coming back here, this is the espalier with our honeysuckle right here. And above that is powdery mildew. Really, really badly. This happens every single year. It's really bad. So it's technically not ours, but I do spray it every year to try to like bring it down a little bit. So I need to get on top of that this year. So I'm gonna spray that today, and then let me show you guys the aphid problem. So you guys know the window box right up here. This has the Super Cal Pachoas. This is the caramel yellow, and then the Dichondra Silver Falls and the Creeping Jenny. So we're gonna spray it before they take out the plant, because these two right here should look like the rest of these. They should be very happy, healthy, and full, and they're not right now. Look how pretty she is. My camera will focus today. Look at how pretty that is. Super gorgeous. So we're gonna spray all of this just to be safe. You guys wanna know something kind of funny? This beautiful stick right here. This is basil. It's lemon basil, and it smells so good. It smells like Fruit Loops. I've smelled it multiple times. That's the only reason that I haven't thrown it away, is because it smells really, really good. Let's go get these planted. I'm gonna plant them over by, it's about to get really bright. I'm gonna go plant them over by the fountain that we have in the side yard. My rose started to bloom. Look at how pretty. This is Desdemona, and she has fully started to bloom. So exciting. She's really, really pretty, and she's full of blooms. She actually smells really good too. She's a really nice smelling rose. Also, speaking of powdery mildew, I noticed this. So we're gonna have to spray that. This is my honeysuckle, which I know honeysuckle, at least for me, has dealt with powdery mildew in the past. So I'm gonna spray that one also. I guess we're gonna call this the chartreuse garden bed, the green garden bed, because there is one other color besides green in this bed, and it is the rose right here. This is the Coco Loco, and it's this like dusty color, also covered in aphids. That's fabulous. Guess we're gonna be spraying that one too. But chartreuse green, the wasabi Coleus. I have the heuchera called Marmalade. I have a green hosta right there. I still can't remember the name, even though you guys told me who she was. Just lots of green in this bed. I have a Coleus tucked in back there. She hasn't put on any growth at all, but this is a very green bed. which I am not mad at. It's kind of nice because it continues this drift, but switches to a whole nother plant, which is really cool. And then it continues and ties around the fountain. I would like to find a couple more lungwort and like fill in this area. I would like to do like a trio and then one more right there. So I'd like to have, you know, quite a bit of these. I think they're really, really pretty, but it's just crazy. Lots of green in this bed. It looks so good. And these Coleus are going to take over this entire area. These should all easily reach the sidewalk here. Fill this out. You can see it's getting a little bit of sun right now. That's not going to last at all. Once the sun hits midday, it's coming in from between the house and the leaves of the tree. So it's just this little gap right here. And in about an hour, that gap will close and this will all be dappled sunlight. And these Coleus won't be so, you know, shocked or upset. So they're only going to get a very short period of actual like direct sunlight on them. So lots of green in this bed. We've got the green there. I have the green from the lemon cypress right there. And then I even have a container right there that has creeping Jenny like starting to grow down and out of it. This should just like fill this entire thing. I want this to like cascade down on that. I think it'll be really, really pretty. I'm just apparently feeling green this year. So lots of green. I love this like drift that like this green now. It just kind of like continues to pull you back to a big statement piece right back there. And then this is what I'm going to use right here for the neem oil. We've had this container for a while. It's completely empty. This is the Neem Max. You can get this from Bonite also. They sent this out to me like a year and a half ago to use, and I've just loved it ever since. I thought it was going to end up like dying on me and not last that long, but it's lasted a year and a half. So we just refill this thing constantly, and then I know exactly what's in this container, and I don't use it for other things. But it's got a battery-powered sprayer thing, and this just kind of like folds down and then like tucks into this pocket. Been really pleased with this. Like I said, I thought it wasn't going to last more than just that one season, but we're going on a year and a half of this sprayer, which is funny because we've had other sprayers that weren't battery operated that only lasted like not even half of a growing season. So we'll go ahead and fill this up with neem oil. I just make a big batch of it and we'll spray everything that has aphids on it. Apparently my roses that I was paying very good attention to. And then we will also spray for the powdery mildew with the other container. This thing wants to fall over because it's empty. And I'm sweating. Okay, let's go mix these up and then get to spraying so we can get on top of that bug issue because that's not fun. Really quickly, before I spray anything, I want to talk about this. So we're going to mix this up. I'm going to follow it to a T. I'm going to make the strongest mix that I can possibly make. I am not going to be spraying this right now though. It is the middle of the day and that is the worst possible time to spray anything at all. And it just kills the pollinators, which is not what we're going after. We're going after the pest in the garden. So this is going to be sprayed in the evening at the very end of the day, like right around sunset time when the pollinators have started to leave and they've finished up their day pollinating everything. So for this is 3.78 liters or 128 fluid ounces. So this says on here, per gallon of water for insect most conditions, I want 0.8 to 1.5 fluid ounces per gallon of water. Insect heavy infestation, I want 2.3 fluid ounces. And then disease control, 1.5 to 2.3. I'm gonna go in with 2.3 just because I'm already dealing with it. This is 8 ounces, so we're gonna go in with like a little over a quarter of this stuff inside this container right here, and that will help. So this takes care of, like neem oil takes care of a lot of stuff. A lot of people do not like the smell of it. Brent hates the smell of it so much. It is something to be warned about. If you don't like to me it smells like cloves, and so if you don't like the smell of cloves, I wouldn't recommend doing this, or maybe doing something else. This can make up to 10 gallons worth of product, and this is the cold pressed neem oil, so it gets super thick, so you want to make sure that it's in kind of a warm area. I've had this before over the winter where I've used it and it freezes and it gets really cold and you can't use it at all, so it's got to be in the sun. I'm gonna just fill this up with the water that I want. Oh, fabulous. And then we're gonna go in with about 2.5 fluid ounces, so about a quarter of this. Right, you can't be up here. So this is just gonna sit now until I'm ready to use it this evening. And then Same with this. I'm gonna mix this up in one of our pump sprayers that I have, which I absolutely hate the pump sprayer that we have. It's garbage. I need to find something that actually works, that doesn't just like die after half of a season. But this is, like I said, I'm gonna use this to spray the neighbor's bush, so that way I can kind of control that powdery mildew. And then I'm also gonna spray it on the honeysuckle. But same thing, I'm going to wait until the evening. I know this is a fungicide, so it doesn't kill the insects, but it's just best practice to wait till the very end of the day to spray anything, just to be safe instead of sorry. And then this is what is known as a RTU, which is called ready to use. Means that you just take it off the counter at the store and you are ready to spray it. RTUs are like the lowest potency at all. That's why I tried to buy everything that I can like in concentrate. That way I can make it so it's extremely strong. I can make it as strong as I want it, so I can really eradicate the problem, especially because I'm not the best at like keeping up on these things. So if I can get it a really heavy dose once and then maybe a couple weeks later going with another really heavy dose, that usually eradicates most of my problems. Don't buy this. Don't buy it. This is the one that we've had, that we've bought, that we've used. I've gotten through 2 of them and they don't last at all. This one is hopefully still alive. I don't really know. There's some other ones. I heard Erin from the Impatient Gardener, she said that she had one from DeWitt or DeWalt or whatever it is, and she hated it. She does have one that she likes, but it was really pricey. So I didn't buy that one. But there's so many junky cheap ones that I just absolutely hate. So I don't know. I don't have a good source for one of these, but this one is really good. I wish that I could buy this. Okay, so we're gonna mix this up really quick. I'm gonna mix this in the highest concentrate. I did talk to the neighbor. She said, do whatever you want, I don't care. That's usually how all the conversations go. Anything plant related with all of the neighbors. So this says mix 0.5 to 2 fluid ounces of this product in a gallon of water. Otherwise stated in the specific application notes, apply 1.1 to 2.3 gallons diluted spray per 1,000 square feet. I don't know. I'm not a math magician, but it gives you all of the plants you can go through. You can find the specific plant that you want, and it tells you how much, like if you're dealing with a problem on your corn, it says corn, mix 78 fluid ounces per 1,000 square feet of corn that you have. If you're dealing with it on your citrus, you mix 235 fluid ounces, repeat every 14 days. On pine, if you're dealing with needle blight, it says spray until needles are thoroughly wet with spray, apply when new needles are just emerging. So it kind of gives you everything. Okay, so like roses, which I'm not dealing with it on my roses right now, may cause copper toxicity on some rose varieties. Copper toxicity appears as purple spots for black spot. Mix 1.44 fluid ounces of this product. So you can go through and you can find exactly what plant you want and how much to actually use for it. I'm just gonna go in with the generic, and I'm gonna go in with like 2 fluid ounces of this stuff. This is 16 fluid ounces. It does come with this handy little like measure thing, and there is the 2 fluid ounce mark right there. So let's fill this up with some water. We're good. Now we just wait till the evening. So until this evening, though, we are going to take care of these Coleus here. So I'm going to pot up one of these. I should just go plant one of them. You know, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to plant one more of these somewhere it can't fully be seen. I'll plant this one. I'm going to pot this one up. Bootstrap sent out these ginormous containers. Look at this. I don't even think these fit in here. Like, you can see the different sizing. Hold on. This is the 2-inch, the 3-inch, and then this is the mega big daddy 5.5 inch. And isn't that crazy? There's so much room in there. So I'm gonna pot this Coleus up into that. And then this one will go in the landscape. And then one of these is also gonna get potted up into another one of these. So we'll pot up maybe the worst looking one, the one that has, you know, so much foliar growth on it. That'll get potted up into that. And then this one that I'm hoping kind of will rebound soon. Doing great, Robbie. The one that I can see that has all the growth points coming, this one I'm going to pot up in a container that I want it in. So this one I want to go into this little basket that I have right here. I think this is for like wine or something. I'm gonna line it with plastic so it doesn't just totally decompose. And then I'm gonna plant it into here. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. So I'm gonna plant it in here, and then it'll be like a Coleus inside of a basket, with like a topiary Coleus. I think that that'll be really pretty, and then I'll line the top of it with some moss also, so you don't even see the plastic. And then the bottom of it, unfortunately, probably will get ruined. But I mean, it's already starting to kind of like fall apart a little bit, so it's fine if it gets ruined. I think it'll be worth it for at least the one season that I get to enjoy the like topiary Coleus. But it'll make it so the soil and dirt and stuff don't come out of this. But I think that this will be pretty good. What do you think, ma'am? Good? I am thoroughly pleased. Once this fills out up here, like I said, this is probably the wrong Coleus for that, because these will get quite large, so this will have to stay in check. Probably good that it's not fully branched out up here, because then I can really keep everything like tight and compact and in check. The moss finishes it off, and you can't even see any of the plastic, which is really nice. It's just perfect for a little table. This will go, I don't know where. I thought I was going to put it on this table, but the table is usually over there, but it's in full sun. I had to grab the umbrella. And then these should be so much happier. These I'm going to keep outside. That way they continue to get water. And then I think I'm going to plant this somewhere. I actually was just looking, and I thought maybe it would be really pretty tucked in right back there. It does get a lot of sun though. It gets the hot end of the day sun. That actually is a terrible idea. We're not doing that. We're good. We're all clear. This is gonna go back here, tucked in to that little hole. Tucked into that hole right there. I think that'll be really nice. So I tucked it in right back here. This is the Coleus. This is called like Black Pearl. And then I have an endless summer hydrangea right here. It was blue, but it turned pink as most hydrangeas do. And then it's tucked into right here, this little area. I think it'll be really, really nice because it'll fill this out right here, this whole entire area, and it'll really just pop like the foliar growth does against the black back here. I think it's gonna be really good. It is now the end of the day. You can see the sun is setting. So we're gonna go ahead and spray and take care of all the issues. I've got some roses I wanna do really quick. I'm just gonna show you guys on one rose, on the one big plant that's my neighbor's, and on the front thing. And then I'll take care of everything else off of camera. You don't need to watch me spray 45 different things. So let's head back up front. And I think I'm gonna try to start with the beast that is there. If I was smart, I would be wearing PPE. I don't have PPE. I promise I will get some PPE to take care of my skin, my respiratory, and my eyeballs. We're just gonna There's no wind. There's nothing moving. We're just gonna spray it and hope for the best. That was pretty easy. Taking care of all of those things is like super easy to do. It's just getting out there and doing it. I used to use neem oil for powdery mildew. I'm trying out this copper side. I've tried it once before. Mediocre luck with it. I've done the powdery mildew with the neem oil. Mediocre luck with it. So I'm gonna try to use the copper side at like the highest possible strength, and I will update you guys on how that works. I don't have very good success with dealing with powdery mildew, but now that I'm seeing it on 2 different plants, I really want to make sure that I get on top of it. So I sprayed the honeysuckle, sprayed the neighbor's plant, and I'm gonna try to keep up on that on probably like a weekly basis, because it's really infected, and I want to take care of that. So I think we're gonna call it a win. It was an easy day. Let me actually show you guys some of the Coleus that I had already planted, that wasabi Coleus, where the honeysuckle that has the powdery mildew is. I want to show you guys that really quick. So here's this one back here. So it just kind of fills that area, and it's a really good size, and this will continue to fill this entire thing in. So that is gonna be it for this video, you guys. I'm gonna go inside now and just relax the rest of the day, the evening away. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Whew, it just got real bright. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.